To all you people out there, from all of us here.
Before Burt Reynolds would become famous for appearing in such iconic films, including Smokey and the Bandit, The Cannonball Run, and Striptease.
I've got it all over. It's down in my boots.
Before Burt became a sex symbol when he was featured as a nude male centerfold in Cosmopolitan magazine.
I threw the robe off and I went.
Yeah.
And I'm sad to say I have very small hands.
Before Burt Reynolds would pick up 2 Golden Globe Awards and be nominated for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for his performance in 1997's Boogie Nights.
I want to thank the foreign press. They don't think you're as good as your last movie, they think you're as good as your best movie.
Burt Reynolds is in no way related to Ryan Reynolds, but the two share a whole lot in common. Back in the 1970s and 80s, Burt was the king of Hollywood, and he was one of the most bankable stars. A true man's man, he played poker with Elvis, he spent time with Mailyn Monroe, and he had a beef with Marlon Brando. Now this man is the stuff of Hollywood legend, a university football star whose hopes and dreams were shattered after a car accident. Well, he quickly transitioned into acting and worked his way up from television and into films for a career that spanned over 60 years. Now sadly, Burt, he passed away just yesterday at the age of 82. Now this story, it actually touches a little close to home, because you all know my intern Azar. Well, his mom, she actually starred alongside him in the film The Last Producer. Burt has famously said, if there was a pretty leading lady I had a crush on, I would do it, no matter how bad the part was. Yikes. I wonder how Azar feels about that. He also famously stated, I'm concerned that nobody's gonna give a shit about me after I go. Well, hey Burt, here we are, making this video. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Michael McCretton, documenting the life and career of Burt Reynolds prior to his untimely passing, here for you on Before They Were Gone. Now you guys requested this video. As always, feel free to leave your condolences in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys after the intro. Burt Reynolds was born on February 11th, 1936 in Lansing, Michigan, but for most of his career he told the Hollywood folk that he was from Georgia. Now his father, he had been drafted into the US Army during his birth, and he, his mother, and his sister, they followed to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, and they lived there for 2 years. Now while his father was in combat, he lived in Lake City, Michigan, and at the age of 10 his family, they were reunited, and they all settled in Palm Beach, Florida. Now this actually turned out to be just 30 minutes north of the house he would eventually live in, and sadly, pass away, and this was in Jupiter, Florida. Now his dad, he was the local police chief, and young Burt, well, he was a shining young football star. By the 10th grade in Palm Beach High School, well, he had been offered multiple scholarships. And just this year, well, he attended his high school reunion.
Even actor Burt Reynolds was on hand for the big day, posing for some pictures.
Upon graduating, he got a full ride to Florida State University as a star running back. There he became a member of the Phi Delta Theta fraternity, and his dorm roommate, Lee Corso, well, he went on to become a broadcaster and recalled Burt being such a ladies' man that he could pick up 2 ladies for both of them. Although Burt would probably get well, he actually said Burt got the hotter one, but he wasn't complaining. His football career at Florida State would only span 2 seasons, with his career ending after a car accident resulted in a knee injury. That's when he began taking an interest in acting. He landed the lead role in a production of Outward Bound, and he picked up the Florida State Drama Award in 1956. After taking a few more acting classes and then working a few bit-end jobs, he was a bouncer, he was a delivery man, well, he then got some roles on Broadway, and that's when he decided, I look a little too much like Marlon Brando, so I'm gonna head out to Los Angeles. For real, that's what they told him. Regular roles on Riverboat, Gunsmoke, Hawk, Dan August, well, this made Burt a regular face on TV. He also would regularly sit down with Johnny Carson on The Tonight Show. His breakthrough role was in 1972's Deliverance alongside Jon Voight, who, if you didn't know, is Angelina Jolie's father. Now it was Burt's next move that he would long describe as his biggest mistake. Cosmo magazine, they asked Steve McQueen, Clint Eastwood, and Paul Newman to pose for a semi-nude spread, and Burt, well, he took the gig. He then felt this played a pivoted role in stopping him from becoming a respected actor. Anyway, The guy still prevailed because he had found his own niche. There was The Longest Yard, there was Semi-Tough, and there was Smokey and the Bandit and its sequels. There was also The Cannonball Run, which also got a sequel, and this starred Farrah Fawcett and Roger Moore. It was while working alongside Sally Field on Smokey and the Bandit that Burt met what he later described as his one true love. He also calls it the biggest regret of his life. He stated, "I would have been better when I was grown up and a lot more mature. I was pretty wild." It's actually pretty sad, but Burt, well, his love for Sally Field, it was like a global news story for years, like a dying man calling out to his one true love. It's tragic.
You're the one that got away. He loves to say that.
Well, yeah.
He had married Judy Carn briefly in the 60s, and then he married superbabe Lonnie Anderson in 1988, a woman he would later reveal to be, well, someone he actually hated. Now the wedding, it was a lavish affair with no cost spared, but the marriage, it only lasted 5 years. And then Burt, well, he was stuck in alimony hell for another 22. Now the couple, they adopted a son, Quentin. And their split, well, it was essentially the Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston for this generation. Despite all the negative publicity, Burt remained a likable friend to his fans and those insiders in Hollywood. In fact, he was the first actor ever to be asked to guest host The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. And then his first guest, well, it was actually his ex-wife, but not the super babe, the other one. Although, she wasn't bad either. As he got older, Burt's career had started to slow down, but he found revival in 1996's Striptease and in 1997 with Boogie Nights, one of my fave movies of all time.
You know what I'm staring at? I'm staring at the foxiest in the whole world.
Although this role would result in Burt getting his Oscar nod and a Golden Globe win, it was still a shitstorm on set. For starters, the director, Paul Thomas Anderson, he begged Burt to take the role a total of 7 times, and Burt, he wasn't interested in something titled Boogie Nights. When they finally got Burt on set, there was an old school versus new school clash, and Burt, well, he nearly knocked Anderson out. He then fired his agent, and things only escalated while promoting the film. Anderson, he kept answering all the questions, and Burt, he got so fed up, he just quit the tour. And he says he's never ever watched the film. Now the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor that year, it went to Robin Williams. But hey, Good Will Hunting, another fantastic film. There were some mega role films that Burt turned down. He was offered Jack Nicholson's character's role in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and In Terms of Endearment. He was offered Richard Gere's part in Pretty Woman. He was offered Harrison Ford's role as Han Solo. And of course, he was offered the role of James Bond. After Sean Connery's exit, they were willing to even go with an American. I don't know. He also got the tap to play Bruce Willis's character in Die Hard, Robert De Niro in Taxi Driver. He was also offered the role that went to Adam West in the Batman TV show, but, you know, I'm sure that's one he's not too upset about. Now, always calling Florida home, Burt, he continued to act during his later years. He also taught a film school. Now his body, it struggled with aches and pains from years of doing his own stunts. His tailbone, that cracked while filming Deliverance. His knees and his shoulders, well, they were injured shooting The Longest Yard, Semi-Tough, and Sharky's Machine. As for his heart, well, it was broken because of Sally Fields. Burt Reynolds died on September 6, 2018 at Jupiter Medical Hospital in Florida after going into cardiac arrest. His family was reportedly by his side. As for the rest of the story, well, the rest of the story lives on in his films and his legacy because this is before they were gone. My name is Michael Credden. Please feel free to leave your condolences and well wishes in the comments down below. And let us know your favorite Burt Reynolds film. Mine's obviously Boogie Nights. Of course it is. All right, bye.